clean. I am just an emotional wreck. I don't know why. Maybe it's because my period's coming. I don't know. But yesterday, as we both know, it was my birthday. And I was at work, and Dylan came in, and he brought me like a cupcake with a strawberry on it. And that's not a big deal, but I don't. You tell me why that's wrong. And he brought me like a balloon, like an unhelium-aided one, and a rose. And then I was like, oh, so what are you up to? And he goes, oh, I'm going to hang with Mallory. And I was like, okay. And we had plans to go to mini golf with my brother and his girlfriend. So I think I was jealous that he was going to be hanging out with Mallory. And that, you know how you can be hanging out with him and anybody will text him and, hold on. And anybody will text him and he'll answer. I guarantee, like, I texted him and I think because he was hanging out with Mallory, he didn't answer it. And I don't know. I think that's a whole jealousy thing. You know how I am with Dylan. It's a weird thing. And he's so, like, nah, all the time. And and it's not so much that I have feelings for him, because I don't really. But you know how it is with him, where you can get, like, attached, I guess. And what it was is we were spending a lot of time together, and I didn't think it was like a relationship or anything, obviously, because that's stupid. The other night, I was exhausted, so then we went over to Jen's house. This was before yesterday when I really started to break down. And we got there, and I was mad because I was tired. And we got there, and all they wanted to do was smoke weed. And you know me, I don't smoke weed. I'm tempted to try it, but at the same time now I'm not, because everybody's doing it, and I don't want to. Sorry. And then, so I was mad about that, and when Dylan picked me up, I was in a bad mood. I was in a little bit of a bad mood, and then he picks me up at 7, like 7:05, and we're supposed to be at Chuckster's at 7:30, and I thought that was okay. But then he told me we needed to stop at Jen's house, and I asked him why we needed to stop at Jen's house. And it was because he needed to drop off weed for her, and So I wasn't so much upset that what we were doing, why we were going there, but that we were going to be late. I don't like being late. And I just thought it was really inconsiderate of him to take our time to go and do that. So then we get there, and he's like, well, you can just wait here. I'm like, I'm not just going to sit in the car while you go up and do that. She's my friend, too, although lately it doesn't seem very much like it. Like, usually she's texting me nonstop asking me to do something. And while I usually say no, because I'm usually busy, she hasn't been doing it. I don't know. Everything's bothering me. But, so we finally got to Chuckster's, and I was still a little upset. But then we started playing, and I was alright. And then I look back, and my brother's talking to Dylan about something, and I figure, oh, it's something birthday related, because I'm a selfish person, and I was like, oh, maybe they're doing something special for me. Huh. And then, so we finished playing and everything, and then we decided we're going to go to the dugout to eat. I'm sure you've been there, or you know of it. So we went there, and then my brother says across the table, hey, do you want to do it now, or do you want to do it after? So they get up from the table, and I was filling out a quick draw or something, and again, I thought it was something birthday related. Stupid me. And then it dawned on me, oh, they're going to smoke weed. So I said to Kara, I was like, they better not be doing what I think they're doing. And I don't even know where that realization came from, but Kara is my brother's girlfriend, was like, I would be pissed too, because if he has that in his car and we get pulled over, he's screwed. And he's already in enough trouble with the law and stuff like that. So he comes back in, and I'm pissed. I'm ready to start crying, because I know what they were doing. And that oh so familiar smell just made me realize. And I had it in my mind I was going to freak out, but I can't cause a scene in a restaurant. I can't. I'm so unconfrontational. I just take everything. And I didn't say anything. So I sat there looking like a brat because I'm angry and I'm not going to say anything. I'm not looking at Dylan. Won't say anything to him. I start to loosen up a little bit. We had wings and we had pizza. I had 2 wings and a slice of pizza. And so we go to leave, and we get in the car, and Dylan's like, oh, so how would you rate that pizza? And I was like, oh, it was like a 4. So I was like talking to him, and then, of course, I always apologize for things. Rex, stop! And I was saying, I don't know. And then it came up, and I was like, well, what did you guys do when you went outside? He says, we smoked a little. And I said, I knew it. And he's like, I knew you'd be mad. And he said, if I had thought about it a second longer, I wouldn't have done it because I knew it would have upset you. And at the time, I don't even know why it upset me that much. It's just that it's my birthday. You're stepping out of the time that we're all together to go and smoke weed? Is it really that important to you? I mean, I don't know. And then, so we were talking about it, and I was like, I overreact to everything, and I'm like silently crying, and it's just, ugh. So then I get over it, and I tell him, I was like, maybe it's a little bit of jealousy that you were hanging out with Mallory. And of course, now I feel stupid for telling him this, because he must think I'm like this weak little girl who can't control her emotions, and who is just like any other girl who's like all over him and everything. And I don't want him to feel like that, but I don't want the relationship that we have to stop. But and then, so we're sitting there, and he was feeling my energy, and he told me certain things, like, about my energy and stuff like that, and then, I was tickling his fancy, and we were just sitting there, and then I think he started falling asleep, so then all of a sudden he got up, and he's like, I gotta go, and he leaves, and then that's it. And I texted him, make sure he got home alright. His eyes were so bloodshot, I didn't know if he was tired, or he said he didn't even smoke that much, but I don't understand the whole weed thing, and feel like if I'm not going to do it, they're going to start leaving me out. And while that's okay, because I don't want to sit around while everybody smokes weed, I don't understand it. Like, this used to not be a problem, and all of a sudden it is. Like, they literally, when we were there, they spent 10 minutes texting people trying to find somebody with weed. Like, is it really that important? We can't just sit around and watch a movie or anything. No, we have to do it fucking high. So then today, I worked yesterday, and Lori had asked me to come in at 10:45 to like 1:15 to work. I woke up at 11. I completely forgot. So I was outside. I was doing housework and stuff like that. And I come back inside, and I was going to put my iPod in, but I was like, oh, maybe I should check my phone. I go and check my phone, and I have 3 missed calls and a text message from Dylan asking me where I am, because apparently Lori's looking for me. I completely forgot. And so I go down there. Nobody's in there. Dylan's there. So I'm sitting there while he goes up to get food, because the reason they wanted me to cover is because they wanted somebody to cover the phone so that everybody could go. And so I get there, and it's like 12 o'clock, and so Dylan runs up, gets food, and he comes back. I'm like, Well, I feel stupid. I don't know why I came down here because they obviously don't need me. So I leave and I'm getting upset just because, like, of everything. I don't know. Everything is bothering me right now. And I must be close to my period because this is nuts. Like, I'm on my last week of birth control pills. So that must be, my period must be coming soon. But I don't know. So then I get back home, and he's like, shit, shouldn't have told you to leave. And I'm like, are you serious right now? She's pissed? Is she pissed that I left? And I don't know what he said because I started making this, but, sorry. But everything is bothering me, and I just can't be happy right now. It sucks. It's just one of those times, I don't know if you get in those funks. I just can't be happy. I just physically am not happy. And I can't make myself be happy because I'm not that type of person. I can fake that I'm not mad, but as Dylan told me, you can tell when I'm angry, you can tell when I'm not having a good time. You can read my emotions like a page in a book. I'm so cliche. But I thank you for watching this, and I hope you get back to me and tell me what my problem is. Because you're a psychology major, right? But I don't know what my problem is. It must be hormones, because I only get like this once in a while. I miss you. I'm gonna stop now. I'll talk to you later. Bye.